So, have you or any of your officers ever advised Assistant Commissioner Fontana or any member of the Victorian Police Force that some members of outlaw motorcycle gangs are involved in the construction industry as union officials?
I don't think you'd need advising from my agency, Senator. I think it's pretty well known.
What's well known?
Well, it's been on the front page of The Australian, for instance, Senator, that senior officials of the CFMEU are closely associated with outlaw motorcycle gangs.
Did you... But have any members or any of your officers provided that type of information to the Victorian Police?
We could have. I'm not overly familiar, Senator.
You wouldn't know? Is that what you're telling me? Wouldn't this be something that you would remember?
Well, it's well known that outlaw motorcycle gangs are heavily involved in the building construction.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you whether you or any of your officers have provided information to the Victorian Police indicating that there are CFMEU officials, members of outlaw motorcycle gangs. So again, Mr. Hadgkiss, I'll try again. Have any of your officers or provided to any member of the Victorian Police advised that motorcycle gangs are involved in the construction industry as union officials?
They could have, I'm not sure.
Are you saying there's intelligence or evidence that union officials of the CFMEU are members of outlaw motorcycle gangs? I mean, you're doing the investigation into these things.
You're asking me if there's intelligence to that effect? I believe there is, Senator. Yeah. I think.
Well, you believe. I
believe Mr. Fontana.
How do you believe that? Can you explain? Can you just tell me how you believe it?
If I believe Mr. Fontana's evidence would be correct, he's a high-ranking official. He heads the organised crime unit of the Victorian Police. I have no doubt that whatever Mr. Fontana says, he says with some authority.
But that's not what Mr. Fontana said. Mr. Fontana was asked. So there's no intelligence or evidence that any union officials of the CFMEU are members of an outlaw motorcycle gang. Mr. Fontana says, not to my knowledge. This is the Assistant Commissioner of the Victorian Police.
So there's no intelligence or evidence that any union officials of the CFMEU are members of an outlaw motorcycle gang?
Not to my knowledge.
I must say I'm very perplexed about some of your evidence here today, especially having to change your position a few times, but we'll have a look at the Hansard on that. But in relation to you being in a position to destroy someone's livelihood and destroy someone's life, that you would base your views on innuendo, the newspapers, and Channel 9 is highly unprofessional. How can you justify this?